think it depends. I just think it depends on the nature of the firm and the work they do. If you go to a large firm who does very large, complex international matters, they're not really going to care whether your degree is from Sydney or from Toronto or from
Mm.
Calgary. They're going to want to see that you went to a good school, you have good grades, and you have the relevant experience. I think where you find this sort of, I wouldn't call it discrimination, but I'm blanking on what I would call it. The discrimination comes from if you're applying to a more local or regionally focused firm. For example, all they do is Alberta environmental law. They might, be like, well, what is this? What does this add to our practice? And the answer is honestly, like, the degree itself, nothing, right? And so, you'll have to figure out a way. It's like, yeah, I did that, but my experience is here, and this is what I've been doing. So therefore, I'm the right guy for the job, right guy or girl. So that's how I would think about that. The same goes for London. If you go to the big firms in London who also have this big global international outlook and work, then it's going to be less important. So again, I would just think about where you intend to end up and how your degree plays into sort of your story and the fit for the firm and their work.
Also great advice. Yeah. Yeah. Because would bias be a good term?
Sure.
Like there might be some bias towards internationally trained lawyers, depending on what the focus is of the firms. And like you said, if there's someone who's been trained within Alberta and it's Alberta environmental law, then that experience in school and training is going to be looked at, as what's the best fit. Yeah.
Which you can always overcome, I should say. You can always overcome that in the end. It's on you getting the relevant experience and other qualifications, whatever it takes to sort of get over that bias. I don't think it's ever insurmountable. It's just that, like, initially it can be difficult. And if you just apply with a CV that's just like, I just graduated from, I don't know, Griffith University in Australia, I'd like to work at your firm, because it's like, that's difficult when the other CVs are just more focused, what they know has been successful. So again, you just got to find a way to sort of like get over that initial bias and demonstrate why it's irrelevant. And the truth is, it is. I mean, the stuff you learn in school rarely has anything to do with the job day to day, but just something to think about.